Have you ever wondered why immigrants are so much interested in getting this UK's indefinite leave to remain, which is ILR in a short form? Why are people scrambling, working so hard, so much fascinated about the UK's indefinite leave to remain? Are there benefits of this ILR? Do you really need one? Have you ever asked yourself that? You know, I came across a comment on social media space that says, I don't even understand the need or the rush for the so-called ILR. Aside traveling or certain credit worthy, what is so special about having a permanent residence permit? It's not like those who have it get paid more. If you have the UK's ILR, do you get paid higher than others? Anyway, I think the answer to this should be, it depends on your job, your qualification, the grade or the levels you have attained in your job. He or she went on to say, I tell people to just concentrate on what they went for and enjoy their lives. Even the UK's citizens who have it by birth, how has it affected their lives better than other citizens in the world? Yet, people are still striving and thriving. People are still thriving and striving indeed for survival, despite having this UK's ILR, having it by birth, by omission, Guys, I am here to discuss with you. Please forgive me for my title anyway, but this is what it is. From the comment I read so far, you can hear the question this particular lady asked. And when you look at it, even when the government says 5 years before you can get ILR, 10 years in the white paper that was recently published sometime this very month, talking about extending the duration for getting the ILR to 10 years, from 5 to 10 years, that's double. People still wouldn't mind coming in because they really want something. This lady or man mentioned that they should just focus on enjoying their lives. Now, here are 10 reasons why people would like to get the UK's ILR. Let me share with you 10 benefits of having the UK's ILR. 1. Permanent residency. It grants you the right to live and work, study in the UK without restrictions. No constant renewal of visas. Like most of the migrants who are currently on certain kind of visas in the UK, they from time to time renew their visas. At least I've renewed my 3 good times in 3 years that I've lived in the UK. This is my 4th year. Good enough. I won't be renewing my visa in this 4th year. Yes. So, if you are a student, an international student, you got a cap of 20 working hours in a week. But for somebody who has ILR, indefinite leave to remain, you do not have restrictions. That is for the set of people tagged home students. They don't have restrictions. Unfortunately, these are the people who do not even want to work. The government of this country still gives them money. Weekly or monthly, please correct me in the comment section. I think they get this money weekly, for studying, and they get funded while studying in this country. But you, the international students, you are restricted to work for just 20 hours a week. Anyway, they want you to focus on what brought you to the UK, because if you should give the international students like an open arm to do whatever, I must confess that a lot of them who have studied in their home countries, some of them got first degrees, second degrees, masters, and a school I got job, see money. I come here to grab big money. Everybody would fascist school and definitely work day in, day out. I think that is the reason for the restrictions. For those home students, for instance, if you got something like this ILR or permanent residency permit in this UK, I remember my friend that was studying together in Manchester then. After we passed out of the university, she didn't really want to work. And what did she do? She just went to the job center in Bolton. Guess what? They started paying her job seekers allowance because she's currently seeking for a job. So they are giving her allowance for looking for a job. But to you, you finish, you go to your country. I finished and I went back to my country. So bear in mind that ILR is not limited to any expiration date. Rather, it elapses, especially if you have to stay out of the UK for a period of 2 long years. That means the thing don't expire, or has it not expired? Secondly, no need for visa renewals. I think I've stated that a little bit. You know how much it costs you to renew visa in 1 year, just like us who are currently on the healthcare visa, blah blah blah. Ours cost us 1,000 plus. But if you are not on this visa category as a family of 3, my friend, family of 5 years was 17,000 plus. Because they have to pay head surcharge and all of that. But with ILR, you don't have to pay, or you don't have to renew. Talk more of, you can even save the money. Imagine somebody having 17,000 plus in their bank account. You can, add up a little bit and then start your mortgage, isn't it? So number 3, free access to the public healthcare, which is the NHS. If you have ILR, you are entitled to use the healthcare services for free. You are no longer required to pay the head surcharge in case you are on a different kind of visa that is not a healthcare visa. 4, ILR allows you access to certain public welfare benefits such as child benefits, universal credit, and all them stuff. When I went to enroll my child in a school here, my British Jamaican friend here, she asked me that I can apply for something to be getting paid every week, like her own child. I said, what? Sorry, we are not entitled to public fund. We don't have recourse to it. I'm sorry, ma'am. But with ILR, you can apply for this, and your children can get access to all of this public fund/benefits that when most of the British people see we migrants, they think that we are enjoying this. Unfortunately, we are the one paying taxes in order for people on benefits to have access to all of that. 5, it offers you a pathway to British citizenship. After holding this ILR for a period of 12 months, that is 1 year, it allows you access to apply for British citizenship. And if you are married to a British citizen, you automatically become a British citizen, thereby having full access to British passport. Maybe this passport will take people to heaven or also to heaven. If you are a British person watching me, this might be the reason we want it. Greater employment flexibility. Having ILR, it gives you access, to be employed by any employer, depending on your qualifications. I know there will be color restrictions as well. This is grammar, but this is what it says, you are gonna become employable by any employer, in quotes. I just hope this happens to me when I get it. Moreover, you can actually be self-employed without having a self-sponsorship, like most of the people on a COS crisis are just trying to self-sponsor themselves, establish a business in order for them to extend their visas. You don't need that once you have ILR, and you can work in any sector, unlimited hours, like I stated at the beginning. 7, home ownership and financial services. Lenders, they actually prefer to lend their money to people who have ILR because they are not likely to trust you when you are on a temporary visa. You might leave the country one day and you disappear with their money. Yes. And people who have ILR, they can easily get this mortgage and all them stuff. Though everybody, especially if you have the money, in fact, migrants on all these temporary visas are even the ones, especially those in healthcare, nurses, doctors, blah, blah, blah. Engineers, they are the ones even getting mortgages lately. Number 8, education benefits for you and your children. I think I've mentioned this during my intro. Your children may qualify for certain educational benefits, lower tuition, or the home student status. Once you are a home student, check the tuition fee for international students, 26,000. When I checked online for a particular program I wanted to go into, I saw 18,000 per year, and I am to do that master's for 2 years. But for home students, it was 9,000. Half of it. They are not even paying it directly. They will be cutting the money bit by bit. As in, by the time they finished and started working, that's when they would start taking out this money, maybe 50 pounds in a month, 50 pounds a month. I've asked a friend of mine who actually did nursing in this country as a home student. We were in Bolton together then, but she's currently a British citizen. So she told me that they're just taking 50 pounds a month. Please let us know in the comment section how much they do take from yours. If you studied here as a home student and you are now working, how much did they deduct? This information would help a lot of us. Please put it down. Number 9, family reunification opportunities. You can actually sponsor a family member from outside of the UK to join you here in the UK, and you get some less restrictions on immigration rules and all of that compared to somebody who is on a temporary visa, a lot of verifications and query. But if you have a British citizenship or ILR, easy peasy. 10, freedom to travel. Having the UK ILR allows you freedom to leave the UK at any time and re-enter without having to have any visa or anybody asking you for visa at the port of entry. They will just have a look at your passport and then voila, you are back into the UK. However, you must not spend 2 long years, 2 years outside of the UK. If you travel to your home country or elsewhere, spend a whole lot of 2 years out there or more. ILR, we expire citizenship, we don't expire. This is funny. And number 11, which is a bonus one, is this. Having the UK's indefinite leave to remain does not grant you a free visa travel access to any country of the world. No. ILR, let me call it in full, it's not a passport nor a nationality. Your visa is decided based on your country of nationality. But then, at the end of 1 year of holding that ILR, you can then apply for a British passport. Once you get it, you can now have access to travel to 185 countries of the world. Yes, this is the statistics as at 2025 without visa, or you get visa on arrival. So this is the essence why a lot of people, migrants precisely, would like to get this British citizenship, not just ILR. ILR is nothing to us. Now the citizenship we want so that we can travel freely. Besides, we African migrants, we are sojourners, explorers. We like to travel, just like the Westerners. They also like explorations. They came to our land to explore, so do we Africans like to tour around the world. Unfortunately, some countries in Africa, our passport do not allow us access to explore a lot of the Western countries without all these visa restrictions and all of that. So this is why when we travel to a Western world, we would like to get citizenship so that we can, travel, fly as the air up there. So that we enjoy the same thing. All of us are human, isn't it? To be honest, we love Africa. We love our country, where we get some organic stuff, organic fresh air, undiluted this and that. And I can assure you that, especially Nigerians, they don't live anywhere forever and ever. No matter how long they have lived in the United Kingdom, America, Western world, they are still going back home to their roots. So please, and we are working so hard to ensure that people on benefits are enjoying it and enjoying it. We are actually not interested in them. All of these benefits that I've stated, apart from this number 11, the bonus one that I've just mentioned, to be frank, a lot of us are professionals. Have you ever wondered why you have people in your classes? You have people in their 40s, 50s studying masters. I don't think any British person in their 50s are still in the university. Even 30s, they are not. But you see, we Africans, because we want the best, we are go-getters. We always want to be there and we work hard to get there. So please accept us as people who are absolutely free-minded, loving and caring. Thank you once again for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel and keep coming back for more. I might be ending up not making videos about the UK anymore. I don't know. I am not 100% certain, but this is it. Thank you once again.